The topic of this flipped lecture is Charlemagne, and was he a great Christian king? Who in the heck was Charlemagne? Well, he was the greatest king of the European Dark Ages. What do I mean by the Dark Ages? Okay, remember, the Roman Empire collapsed, leaving the poor Pope to deal with many, many powerful and warlike German tribes. Superhuman efforts by many popes and untold heroics by many more Christian missionaries eventually converted most of these German tribes. One of the most important tribes to convert were the powerful Franks. Charlemagne was king of the Franks. He was determined to spread the Christian faith, and 300 years after Rome's fall, Charlemagne dreamt of rebuilding a new Roman Empire, a new Christian Roman Empire. Charlemagne will spend his 46 years as king making these dreams reality. That was Charlemagne. He was awesome. He was great. But was he a great Christian king? Did he live his life in a way that would have been pleasing to Jesus? To determine that, let's review a few important and most famous quotes by Jesus so we can better determine whether Charlemagne acted in a Christian way. Jesus said that you should love your enemies, that you should bless them that curse you, that you should do good to those that hate you, and to those that persecute you. Be nice to your enemies. In fact, love them and bless them. Jesus also said, those that live by the sword, die by the sword. This is traditionally interpreted to mean that violence does not solve anything. That if you live your life with violence, it will end in violence, and violence just begets more violence, and it's pointless. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Be nice to other people, and perhaps they'll be nice to you. Okay, that's where Jesus was coming from. So, did Charlemagne live his life in a way that would have been pleasing to Jesus? Well, the answer is, ready for this? Are you ready? No, I don't think you are. Okay, the answer is that, yes, Charlemagne did live his life in a way that was pleasing to Jesus. But the answer is also, no. Some of Charlemagne's actions were definitely not pleasing to Jesus. Shocking, isn't it? That in social studies, there is no clear answer. You see, some of Charlemagne's actions were definitely very, very Christian. For example, Charlemagne took a period of time that was filled with chaos and violence, and he brought about peace and order. He pushed back the anarchy that marked much of the Dark Ages. For instance, he rebuilt many of the roads and bridges that had collapsed or become unusable after the fall of the Roman Empire. He even had projects to build canals for ships to travel through the land. These improvements to the infrastructure, combined with the peace and order, led to a modest revival of the economy, trade, money, wealth. Charlemagne even minted his own coins to encourage this revival of trade. He built churches. He helped found new schools for monks, and he converted many, many, many pagan Germans to Christianity. He did all this while forming what he called the Holy Roman Empire. He thought of his lands as a new Roman Empire that embraced and spread the love of Christ. Now, while it wasn't quite as impressive size-wise as the old Roman Empire, it was a considerable area. For this, certainly, the Pope of the day was very, very happy. And I would think that Jesus would have been pleased also. Way to go, Charlemagne, you great Christian king! But if only things were so simple. There's another side to this Charlemagne fellow, a side that is not so Christian. Charlemagne ruled for over 40 years, and for most of that time, he was at war. He lived by the sword. When the Saxons, a German tribe, raided his lands and burned his churches, Charlemagne responded in kind. He set flame to their villages and chopped down their sacred oak trees. But he went further. Charlemagne gave the Saxons a choice to convert to Christianity or to die. I guess this was love your enemies. Did Charlemagne ever carry this threat out? Oh, did he ever? After one battle, Charlemagne lined up 4,000 captured Saxon warriors. To them he gave this choice: accept the love of Jesus Christ and live, or be beheaded. They chose to not convert. Charlemagne had all 4,000 beheaded. Jesus loves me, yes I know, for Charlemagne will kill me if I don't say so. Now Charlemagne's tactics eventually converted, or forcibly converted, many Germans. But to what end? You know, I'm not sure the Pope would have liked Charlemagne's tactics. And Jesus? Oh my, he doesn't look pleased either. Jesus no likey. So again, we are back to our original question. Was Charlemagne a great Christian king? Yes or no? Well again, let's judge Charlemagne by Jesus' words. Yes, no. Jesus said, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. Charlemagne killed his enemies and beheaded them. Jesus said, those that live by the sword die by the sword. Charlemagne spent his life living by the sword. Violence was his MO, his method of operation. Jesus said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yeah, I don't think Charlemagne lived up to this quote by Jesus either. Fail. So was Charlemagne a great king? There is no doubt and no question that he certainly was. Was he a great Christian king? Well, that's for you to decide. I don't want to influence you in any way. Mr. Herman reports, you decide. Make up your own mind on this one. I don't want to tell you what to believe.